You are a threat to their delusional world. We've talked about that quite a bit in some of the other teachings. I think I talked about it during the Get Out the Leaven teaching. Okay, this is a threat. You are a threat to their reality perception. So instead of using delusion, people don't understand delusion. Delusion is simply a wrong way of seeing reality, a skewed, inaccurate version of reality. You are a threat to their perception of reality. They believe the world to be a certain way. They believe the spiritual realm to be a certain way. They believe that their roles in the world and in their vertical are a certain way. And you, because you are not in that delusion bubble, you're not of that world, even though you are in that world, you can see things more clearly and differently. Your behavior, your comments, your thoughts, the things that you understand when you discuss them with each other, this is a threat to puncture the delusional world bubble, that perception bubble that they have. You wonder why your family members get so angry with you. I'll tell you why they get angry with you. Because somewhere in their unconscious, if not in their conscious, they recognize that if you're right, that means they're wrong. And if they're wrong, they got to deal with two things. First of all, the emotional problem with admitting you're wrong. Some people can do it no problem. Other people have a real problem with that. The second thing being, if they are wrong, whether they have a struggle with being wrong or not, it means they have to change. And they probably don't want to do that. So that's why you're a threat. And they may not be consciously aware of that reaction. But when you say that you're no longer eating certain foods, how many of you have had people say to you, oh, well, you're judging me because they're still eating the stuff. Or you switch from Sunday to Saturday, oh, you're judging me. Or you stop doing Christmas, oh, you're judging me. No, but they feel judged. Because there's a part of them that recognizes that there's a possibility that what they're doing is wrong. Even if you never said that's wrong. Now you may have said, I don't believe I'm supposed to be doing this. I believe it's not appropriate. I don't think it goes with Scripture. I think that it doesn't bring honor and glory to the Father. And then they've been thinking, well, if you think that, then you must think that what I'm doing is all the things you just said are the reasons why you're not doing it. Yep. And now they have to process the idea of being wrong and having to change. And that's very challenging for people. People don't like change. You know, there's I can't remember who it was that put it out there, but I think it was Maslow that put out the hierarchy of stress and the different things that stress. But anyway, there's these things in life that they put down as things that are highly stressful, the most stressful thing being the loss of a loved one. But all of them have to do with change. Changing where you live, changing your careers, changing your status, being married or divorced or having children. Any kind of change in your life is stressful. We don't handle change without stress. And so when you are presenting people with this major potential change in their belief system and how they're going to walk out their life, this is very stressful potentially for them. No wonder they clash with you when they lash out at you and whatever they do. Plus, even from a clinical psychology point of view, you know, when people are in major delusional states, there is a propensity to violent reaction when you threaten the delusion. And so I'm not saying everybody out there is crazy, because we think of delusion means you're crazy. All of us are delusional. None of us is seeing the world correctly fully. Some of us now hopefully are seeing it much more clearly. And then we study more and we get more instruction and we see things even more clearly, which means that there's more parts of that delusion that are being kind of cleared up so that we can see the actual real world as it really is. But if you're going to now pop that bubble on someone, see, Yahweh popped it for you. He knew when you were ready and he popped your bubble, he disturbed your peace. But you're popping people's bubble whose peace is not disturbed in that area. Now, they may have their peace disturbed in other areas because they're walking around without peace. Without him, you really don't have peace. But you're disturbing an area that they don't want disturbed. He disturbed yours. He made you know and feel that something was missing or not right in that area, or both, in the area of your spiritual walk. And you were forced to scratch that itch. You had to ask and seek and knock because you needed to figure out the answer to that burning question.